Hi guys, it's me, Boog,
My dad.
and today we're going to be reviewing the Transformers Studio Series Scrapper.
Yes, finally, fresh off the press. Scrapper just came in, yesterday, Boog? He was
Yes,
pre-ordered on Amazon and like I said, just have has arrived. He is the first of the I think it's um five Constructicons, I think is what they're called, that you need to build Devastator. So of course
yes.
he is in the Studio Series. And this was I guess announced by Hasbro. Uh, I want to say like around Christmas time, somewhere in there.
I
Either
don't
that
know.
or early January.
It,
Pre-order's
it-
been
it's
a
it's your
while.
job to keep up with Transformers stuff.
Right. So I remember somewhere in there is when I pre-ordered them. And it's going to take us a while. This is the first one, and we're in April. They're going to be released not every month, but kind of every other month through September. And then I think we're going to get two or three more in May, and then I think something in June, and then the last in September, and then we can finally build Devastator, which should be absolutely awesome. Totally looking
Yes,
forward to that. But it's going to take us a little while, so we're just going to review them as they come in, and then once we get everybody, we will build Devastator.
yeah.
The packaging looks good. Like I said, just Transformers, more of today's kind of typical
They're
packaging.
kind of just your typical Studio Series packaging.
Yeah, Studio Series packaging. Scrapper there at the top. There he is in the back. Of course, he is the bulldozer.
Yes.
And yeah, so we'll turn it around. Like I said, this isn't going to be like the KO giant huge version. We do have that. We just haven't been able to figure out how to put it together
Yeah,
yet. But
it's it's
this
it's
will be a
it's a
normal.
it's a pain in the butter cheeks to transform.
Yeah, 15, 16 inch, I think, Devastator once it's done, but it should still be really cool. I think. Always loved Devastator. So, and hopefully this will be one that actually works out well and stays together. So I think Hasbro's had plenty of time to get this together. So give us a few minutes, we'll get him out of the box so you know what we think.
Be right back. And we are back with Scrapper.
Yes, here's Scrapper.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean he looks cool to me. I like him. Nothing huge. Let me look here, trying to figure out which part. They don't show you a good picture of Devastator on here really. So I was trying to figure out what part of Devastator he forms. Um, I think I want to say it's like the lower leg. Um, but I could be wrong. But I think it's the lower leg. Let's scoop, maybe forms that. But yeah, so he's got of course, like I said, the scoop for the bulldozer there in the back. And it's the awesome, fluorescent green color that we all know and love. And not a very big figure at all. I mean, he's probably 6 inches or so, or something like that. So not very big, 6, 7 inches, I'd say, something like that. But yeah, I think he'll work. He'll do the trick. Like I said, it's not gonna be a giant devastator or anything like that, but I think he'll be fine. He was $35, but Transformers are pricey.
My
Um, it
God.
does seem a lot for something so small, but Hasbro, they're gonna stick it to you where they can.
Yep.
Hold him up close there, Boog. Let him see the face sculpt and all that. This Boog is working on the scoop.
There you go. Yeah, kind of trying to get the scoop in that backpack look,
Yeah.
but no. That's kind of the best that we got, I think, for at least right now, anyway.
When you turn around, I mean, the only thing gaping thing obvious is these two holes back here, and that may just be something it has to have for the transformation. But other than that, he looks pretty solid.
Probably, I think,
Something probably fits in
probably
there.
the feet or something. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it fits in there pretty good. So overall, though, not too bad. I'm pretty happy with it. What do you think, Boo?
Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool.
All right, give us a few minutes. Boo's going to transform him into his bulldozer mode, which you see right here,
Yeah.
and we'll be right
Oh,
back.
wait, first,
Oh wait, we do some accessories.
we
Yes,
get some accessories. So we get blaster,
Scrapper's got out the blaster, of course.
of course. Then we get a rocket launcher.
Of course, what bulldozer would not have a rocket launcher?
Exactly.
I would definitely send mine back if it didn't.
And then an even bigger, the biggest blaster I think I've ever seen in Transformers line.
Absolutely. You never know what you're going to find in them at the landfill.
It's true.
Right.
And it just pops into his hands like so.
Oh yeah.
And there you go.
And then these he can hold like this, which looks really cool. Let's try that. See it like this.
There you go.
Let's
Then
give
you
that a try.
can hold the
Let it go.
tank weapon,
Oh yes. Now that looks awesome.
and he can hold the rocket launcher.
Who's gonna mess with Scrapper?
Ready
Yeah.
to annihilate anything that comes across him.
Come on, Autobots. We're ready to play.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know why all the Decepticons got all the cool ones. I just
Exactly.
never understand.
Well, the villains are always cooler than the heroes, so there you
Yeah,
go.
that's true. It's kind of like with Star Wars too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All right, give us a few minutes. We get him transformed, and we'll let you know what we think.
Be right back. And we're back.
Yes, we are with Scrapper in bulldozer mode,
Yes.
and he's a cute, tiny little feller.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think he's cool. Show him off there, babe. So all the wheels work. They function.
Yes, even though the back ones I think are up a little high, so they don't always turn whenever you're rolling around.
Let's give him the roll test. Kind of poor. Try again. Yeah, all right. Maybe his scoop's holding things up. Let's see. Yeah, it's a little better. Yeah, it's definitely better.
There you go.
But yeah, as you can
Yeah.
say, the back ones aren't always flat on the ground. But yeah, I think he looks pretty decent.
Yeah.
Just small.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not really sure. I guess maybe the whole entire Devastator is going to be maybe what 15, 16 inches tall, maybe.
Yeah.
Depending on what part he makes. So I think a couple of the other figures are
So for the accessories, if you have the blaster, you can actually store it.
we have storage. Yes!
Yeah.
We love storage. Oh yes, very nice.
Or you can do the way less lame version, and you can attach these bigger blasters,
Oh yes.
and you can also attach the smaller blaster to the side of the bigger blaster.
Well, that's so cool. So he's ready to kick some serious cheeks in the dump. Yeah, if
Yes.
those Autobots pop out amongst the garbage, he's ready. Yes. Put your hands up at the recycling center.
Yes.
Good old scrappers. Yeah, I think, like I said, I think he's pretty awesome. Not bad at all. Hold on just a second. Let's compare him to one other thing. When those restrictions will come.
So we have him up against bigger Scrapper.
Yeah, so this is the knockoff scrapper that we picked up from, I think, uh, where did I get this? AliExpress?
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that. So but anyway, he's already been transformed. He's in leg mode here. We
Yeah.
were attempting to build the full Devastator, but failed greatly.
Miserably, yeah.
Yes. So, but anyway,
And just for FYI, we don't get the instructions of how to transform him into leg mode with his instructions.
that's
So
true. That is kind of a weird omission
interesting.
from Hasbro there. Yes, we didn't get that. So I don't know if that'll come later. Maybe with the final one, we'll get a full Devastator instruction booklet, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Hopefully, I would
Yeah.
think. But anyway, just want to show you the size comparison, and you can see the size comparison is completely different. As this is going to be a very much smaller Devastator for sure.
Yeah.
Because like I said, these are the exact same pieces, just scrapper and leg mode in this one, and like I said, he could almost fit in his shovel, right?
Yes.
So totally different size wise. All right, guys, I think that's going to wrap it up. Hope you enjoyed the scrapper review.
Yes. So make sure to like, subscribe. We'll see you guys next
Wait,
video.
hold on. I think we forgot the Boogie Dad 5-star rating.
Yes.
All right, Boog, go ahead first. I need to do the drum roll.
Um, I mean, it's 5 stars. I don't really have any problems with it, other than it could have been bigger. That's
Yeah,
about it.
that's my only gripe. I'm going to go 4 stars because of the size. When you combine that with the price, $35 for this tiny little speck. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a little high.
I think I'm going with 4 stars too. Yeah, because 35 for this.
Yeah. And when you think too, now that we know for sure he makes up the lower portion of one of the legs, the final Devastator can't be that big. I don't think he's gonna be pretty
Unless
small.
they added thighs or something.
Unless they,
Something.
yeah, there's some way like that they have thighs and he's just this portion. But I'll hold it out until we have
Just
all the pieces
this.
and yeah, and know for sure, definitely. But all right, everybody, thanks for tuning in and we'll see you on the next one.
Make sure to like, subscribe. We'll see you guys next video. Bye, everyone.